Our brains are wired for survival, and survival feels good. Eating a great meal, connecting with friends, falling in love. These activities release a chemical called dopamine, which tells our brain, that was good, do it again. It's our natural reward system. But addictive substances and behaviors discover a back door. They don't just tap the dopamine system, they kick the door in, flooding the brain with a surge of pleasure far more intense than any natural reward. It's a powerful, memorable feeling. In the brain, trying to protect itself from this overwhelming flood starts to adapt. It reduces its own dopamine production and becomes less sensitive to it. This is tolerance. Suddenly, you need more of the substance just to feel normal. The pleasure you once chased is gone. Now you're just trying to escape the pain of its absence. Soon, life's simple joys, that great meal, that laugh with a friend, no longer register. The brain's reward circuits have been completely rewired to prioritize one thing. This rewiring also cripples the brain's CEO, the prefrontal cortex. This is the part of your brain right behind your forehead responsible for judgment, decision-making, and impulse control. It's the voice that says, maybe this is a bad idea. But in addiction, that rational voice is drowned out by the primal scream of the hijacked reward system demanding its fix. This is why people continue their behavior despite devastating consequences. It's not a lack of willpower, it's a battle being fought inside a brain that is biologically compromised. But this hijacking doesn't happen in a vacuum. Often, it begins as a way to cope. People turn to substances to numb painful feelings from stress, depression, or loneliness. For many, the roots go back to childhood. Adverse childhood experiences, things like neglect or abuse, can flood a developing brain with stress hormones, altering its very structure. An individual with 5 or more of these traumatic experiences is 7 to 10 times more likely to develop an addiction. They aren't seeking a party, they're seeking relief from old wounds. And our environment plays a massive role. Peer pressure, especially for young people, is a powerful gateway. A chaotic family life or parents who misuse substances can dramatically increase a child's risk. And simple availability matters. If drugs and alcohol are normalized and easy to access in a community, use and abuse rates will be higher. Then there's the genetic lottery. Scientists estimate that 40 to 60% of a person's risk for addiction is genetic. This doesn't mean there's a single addiction gene that seals your fate. It means some people inherit brain chemistry that is simply more vulnerable to being hijacked. It explains why one person might try a drug and walk away, while another is pulled into a downward spiral. Genetics may load the gun, but our environment and experiences often pull the trigger. When you put it all together, the scale of the problem becomes clear. In 2024, nearly 48.5 million Americans were battling a substance use disorder. This isn't a story about bad people making bad choices, it's a story about a complex brain disease, a disease that happens at the intersection of our biology, our psychology, and our environment. It's a perfect storm where a vulnerable brain, sometimes shaped by trauma and predisposed by genetics, encounters a powerful substance in an environment that allows it to take hold. Understanding this complexity doesn't excuse the behavior, but it explains it. And it's only by seeing addiction for what it is, a chronic, relapsing brain disease, that we can move away from judgment and toward real, compassionate, and effective paths to recovery.